The content shared in this YouTube video, as well as any resources linked below, is not intended to be interpreted or relied upon as financial advice. We are not lawyers, accountants, or financial advisors, nor do we claim to be. The information provided is not a replacement for personalized financial advice from a qualified professional who understands the specific details of your situation. While we strive to ensure the accuracy and value of the information shared on this channel and through associated resources, it should not be considered a recommendation to avoid consulting with a financial professional. Always seek guidance from a trusted expert to address your unique circumstances.
Crypto queens, yeah, we rising to the top. Richard Hart, Crosschain will never stop. Self-improvement, wealth, we're breaking the mold. Queens of the kingdom, watch us unfold. Whitney Magic counting millions, moving fast. Charlie 2020, turning art into crypto cash. Man, bringing NFTs, patent digital dreams. Sammy Chica, Hexakid, Aussie pride on the scene. Tam repping Richard Hart every day. Evangelist for freedom, changing the game away. Jackie Mean Queen got the world laughing loud. Harmonic Hexakid singing to crypto crowd.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and pulse chain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth.
From the shiny city high on the hill,
Freedom through DeFi, we flexing that skill.
crypto's our path to self-improvement and gain.
Queens of the blockchain, we're changing the game.
SMO spider weaving webs across the net. Viber Lindsay teaching how to grow and reset. CC Blonde Texan, crypto crown on tight. While SJ traveling, taking crypto to new heights. KTP OG from the land down under. Samantha Yoga Queen, Zen moves like thunder. Ashley Ash, Cosmic Cheek on another plane. Sandy Beach spreading love, changing up the game. Jory the network and Viva, connecting the dots. Rachel the education star, always on top. Crypto culture, a badass, bossing up with pride. Crypto stylist, always fashion by her side. Hot roped up by Queen, stacking up her bags. Suzanne the diamond queen, dripping riches like swag. Queen the beauty beast, moving fierce, no delay. Expensive football queen, running plays all day.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and pulse chain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth.
From the shining city high on the hill,
Freedom through DeFi, we flexing that skill.
crypto's our path to self-improvement and gain.
Queens of the blockchain, we're changing the game.
From Richard Hart's vision to our own crown, crypto queens are rising. We'll never back down. Pulse chain, Hex, DeFi, it's all in our hands. We're breaking the limits, taking over the lands. With King Pooie, Queen Pooie, we light up the scene. In the shining city, crypto reigns supreme. Queens of the kingdom, forever we strive. Freedom, wealth, and power, we keeping it live. We are the crypto queens, forever standing tall. In the kingdom of blockchain, we answer the call. Wealth, freedom, self-love, we found our way. The queens of crypto are here to stay.
Hey, you guys, it's John here, Crypto Compassion. Welcome into the shit show. This should be interesting. We have ourselves a guest on episode 46, Miss Snowy, a female in crypto, a queen of crypto. We met her in a Twitter space, and we're going to talk about that, and it kind of just blossomed into a relationship. We believe that all the women in crypto are queens, and she dabbles in a lot of different chains. And so that's the fun part. Obviously, we have a stake in the ground where we kind of made home with Crosschain, but we also dabble in other chains also. So we want to bring her insight into the stream. If you're watching live or on the replay, gang, we are cross collaborating with everyone. And that is our goal, just to unify everyone. We also want to bring adoption to Crosschain, right? So let me tee up this Miss Snowy little video before I pull everyone up, and then we'll kick it off.
Yeah, now who it is? Queens of crypto rise up, we taking over this. We got Crosschain running through our veins. Richard Hart set the path. Now we reign. Whitney Magic Queen stacking millions every night. Charlie 2020 got that art game tight. Mana with the NFTs dropping fire on the scene. Sammy Chica, OG Hexakid, Aussie Queen. Tan preaching, Richard Hart's vision, evangelist of truth, steady breaking through the system. Jachi Mem Queen going viral with the post, harmonic hexagon making music coast to coast. Queens in the kingdom, we living free from DeFi to wealth. We got the key, hex on the rise, yeah, we never stop. King Pooie, Queen Pooie sitting on top, shining city on the hill. We building wealth, self-improvement, crypto's giving us the health. Post-chain dreams, crypto DeFi in the mix. Queens of freedom, y'all can never dismiss. Samo Spider, spinning crypto webs worldwide. Vibra Lindsay teaching while the garden's by her side. CZ, the blonde Texan queen, holding down the Lone Star. Wild SJ traveling.
Thanks again, AJ, for making another spectacular video for our guest. We love teeing everyone up and putting them in lights and just kind of showcasing their unique, special, gifts and talents and who they are as a person. Let me bring forward AJRipCity, Vets, and Miss Snowy into the house. Yes.
Hoorah, guys. Hoorah.
Good to see
Hey,
you.
guys.
Let's go.
Welcome, Miss Snowy.
Thank you. I'm all for that video. I love it. I've been watching it all the time, and the beats. I'm here for it.
Oh, nice.
Even if this doesn't turn out great, I at least have that one going for me. So.
Well, you're here. I mean, that's what's important. And we were talking about it earlier in the green room, like serendipity, right? And that's kind of our journey with King Pooie, is that every single person that we've or group that we've connected to, it's just serendipitous for us, and we believe it's just our path to adoption and introducing you. So welcome to obviously our channel, and welcome to Pulsechain, because we think that obviously we're a little biased. We believe that Pulsechain is the greatest decentralized blockchain on the planet, and people do not know about it. So you're here so super early, and we're grateful and honored to be the people that introduced you and got you here. So welcome very much, and congratulations on the new baby. He's beautiful. I got to see a picture, but yes, he's very beautiful, and congratulations, and yeah.
It's a he, though. It's a he. But
yeah, he. I said he. I
thought I heard she, but it's all right. I mean, it's a baby. You can't see that now.
No, I was talking to my wife, and I said because I sent you a message that he's very handsome, and I'm like, that's a boy, right? So yes, very much a little handsome little ham there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I did well, and I'm all. I mean, he took his time. If I look at him, I'm like, okay, you're forgiven that you took that time. And even if it didn't take his time, I'm pretty sure that we wouldn't have met, at least not at the time that we did. I mean, I always believe in their paths will cross anyway. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
That's right.
But yeah, if he didn't take his time, I wouldn't have met you guys, because then he would have been there already, and yeah. I would be swamped.
Nice.
But yeah, thank you, and also thank you for having me. And regarding Pulsechain, I do have to agree that we're early, and while reading up on Pulsechain, I do not understand why people are not in love with it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's a lot of reasons,
Yeah.
If you look at the founder,
things.
if you look at the founder, he's obviously ruffled a lot of feathers in this space for, just being brash and kind of cocky, if you will. And he is very intelligent. So he comes off, he doesn't have a lot of filter when he speaks with people. And he does such a good job as far as debating his points that sometimes people take offense to that. But when you listen to him for hours on end, you find out that it goes beyond Rolexes and supercars and having crypto. Essentially, at the end of the day, he says that people are the end game. And I think that what he wants to create is he wants to create a decentralized community in which they're able to go out and try to help fix society. Because I think he recognizes that society is very flawed right now, and that there's a lot of government overreach. And so he's very, he's very anti-government in that regard, as far as giving the power back to the people. And so, here comes Hex. It does great. Last cycle, it does a 10,000x. And then the Ethereum gas fees just get exorbitantly expensive for people to end stakes. And so he basically came up with the idea, along with probably many of his core team members, that, hey, we're going to fork the entire Ethereum chain plus every coin on it, the entire system state. So it comes down to a situation where, even Aave is on Pulse Chain, whether they like it or not, because they forked the entire chain. So with that being said, there's a lot of wealthy individuals within the Pulse Chain community, not to mention himself. And I think at the right moment in the right time, there are going to be massive green candles that are going to attract many people from across chain to come and interact and, get yield in farms and what have you, or just speculate on the opportunity with new coins. And the cool thing is, because there's such a ravaged, savage community, when Pulse Chain launched, everyone went out and started forking many of the successful protocols on Ethereum and or starting new ones on Pulse Chain. So when people do come over the bridge and they see what's going on in Pulse Chain, they're just going to be like, holy shit, there's an entire city over here, and it's about to get lit up with Christmas lights.
I like Christmas lights.
Yes, I like Christmas lights too.
Yeah,
So
I hope your people are showing up, because if there's one thing that I'm hoping that you dive into, it is the Pulse Chain community, and the vast difference between the conversations that happen in most of the meme spaces that I've been in. It's just, people have no idea what's going on over here, and the brains that are building this infrastructure for the greatest blockchain on earth. And if you get into deep diving into all the things Pulse Chain and everyone that's here building, you will see the starkness yourself and the difference yourself in the way people talk, what they're talking about, and the things that we're building over here. It is a vastly different universe in Pulse Chain, and it's just a matter of time before people start figuring it out.
Well, I think every chain has its kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ethereum has his maxis, and it's just a typical type of people, not really. And what I've seen from Pulse Chain so far, and that's what I said before, you guys are warm and welcoming people, and probably because you still have to advocate for Pulse Chain and make it more popular, I wouldn't say, but make it more known.
Mm-hmm.
But when I joined your spaces, there was that direct connection, and I straight up felt accepted, even though I had no knowledge about Pulse Chain at all, and I still barely do, except for the fact that, like I said, what I do know makes me wonder why people are not interested yet. So talking about the people that are in Pulse Chain, the ones I've met at least, are my kind of people, and even the founder would be my kind of people, because I'm not one that goes with the masses. I mean, you can see it on my tweets, on my feed.
Right.
I make on the low key fun of the influencers at this moment, the guys that do the $50 to 50K challenge. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it as well, but I'm gonna do it in silence.
Mm-hmm.
It's going against the masses. So even the founder would be my kind of person, really.
Love it. Hell yeah.
It was great to meet you in spaces. We actually haven't really done that many spaces, so that's kind of the cool thing about meeting you in spaces. But like, the cool thing that I feel like we've been gifted or inspired to do within our abilities to kind of build on the blockchain was, obviously we launched King Pooie, but the second token that we haven't released yet is Queen Pooie. And much of what we're trying to accomplish on the blockchain and in crypto is to capture the culture, and that comes through like crypto clothing, NFTs that have music attached to it, kind of allow people to resonate. Allow people to resonate with things that they know in the real world, right?
Yeah.
And then put them on chain, but then to collectively open our arms to allow the women, the queens of crypto, to come and just kind of have the ability to partake in, you know, obviously we're trying to build some crypto where they can have a derivative of the culture and have something where they can feel proud about. And we obviously want this show to also be a platform for many women to come on and share their stories of how they got in, why they have such strong conviction in what they're in, why they believe crypto is the way of the future. Because I think it's important for women to share that with so many women that don't know that, because obviously crypto is made up of, like, I don't know, what, 90% guys. And so I think that it's this cycle that the women are going to really speak loudly
Yes.
to the other women and wake them up.
You can already see it, but having said that, it's also toxic at moments.
Right.
I mean, I'm one of those people, and to me, it doesn't matter if it's a guy or a female or whatever. But I'm one of those people. If I get approached by projects, for example, and they ask me, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I was talking with a project. They wanted me, but they were also talking with someone else, and they asked me about that other person. And I'm pretty sure that lots of other people, and especially lots of other women, would have stabbed me in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm one of those people that, even if that means that I don't get the job, then screw that job. But I will
Right.
tell them straight up, like, that person, she is really good at what she does. So they will know that. They will hear that from me. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of women that don't do that. Also plenty of women that will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that lots of women know their power of being a woman. Let's put it like that. Let's put
Yes,
it
they do.
really, really politely.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, the reason
No.
I will not dox is because everybody has their vision of me. And if I dox, that means that it's out there what I actually look like. I'm not ugly. I mean, I don't mind looking in the mirror, but I might not be ugly to you, but I might be ugly to someone else. Right now, it's just the voice that they hear, and the voice, it gives them that fantasy. So even I use the fact that I'm a woman in my
100%.
advantage.
That's
But
beautiful.
But there are also women that go a bit too far.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's why I think it's toxic, because those are the women that will get further than someone like me who doesn't mind to kick shins.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, you could look through Twitter and you see a woman in her dress and she'll say something like 10 Bitcoin or me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And God knows she probably has like you know, like a tip, you know, crypto address where she, you know, generates probably a good amount of like crypto income, if you will, from just, you know, posting, you know, energy of her body, you know. And that, I guess that's the cool thing about many of the women in our space that we've encountered are so in depth with the understanding of DeFi and crypto that if you sat down and just like you didn't see their face, you just saw their, you know, like their PFP, you'd be like, holy shit, they are teaching me something about crypto that I never knew. I'm picking up some nuggets and some gems within their intellect. And so that's kind of who we definitely want to surround ourselves with, as far as like insightful, beautiful, knowledge knowing crypto women that just truly understand the dynamics of crypto.
Well, I can introduce you to some of those women, so I'm pretty sure.
I was just thinking that. I can't wait for you to meet like Whitney Magic, SJ, Black Hexagon, you know, all the ladies of the Pulse Chain network that are I mean, there's so many, and just to be able, I'm curious what you're going to think when you sit in a room, or even we'll put you on the hunt for some of these people, and you can put us on the hunt for some of yours. And another great thing about some of the future plans with King Pooie is, and the shit show is, we wanted to have a platform only for the women. Maybe like every 2 weeks, have all the women come on and just sit and talk, like a fireside. And I think it'll be fireworks for everyone, just to sit and learn from each other. So we're excited about that.
Well, especially if you keep it women only,
Yes.
because we have those moments right now. I mean, last week I was in the morning, I was in the spaces with a few women, and we were having a blast. We were enjoying ourselves, and it's fine. But then the guys come in, and the whole energy shifts, and it's fine. I mean, it's a man's world; you can expect it, but. I do think that a stage for women only, like one night a week, I think that lots of women would like it. And I think it's needed as well, because it brings us closer together. Because like I said, it can be really toxic, but as soon as you start to talk with a few of those people that you think, oh, you're just showing your boobs and that's how you got there.
Right.
If you start talking with them, you realize, okay, they do have their knowledge. They do deserve the spot where they're at. And I think those evenings would be really nice for it. I mean, I'm not really a fan of women in general. Like most of the time, I feel like they gossip too much and stuff like that. But after the spaces I had with you guys, I can't remember her name who was there. But I was like, fuck. I need...
Spider.
Yeah, it was SMO Spider. Yeah, Kellyanne.
I was like, fuck, I need to be less not less judgmental, but less
don't judge a book by its cover type thing. Just
not even that. English is not my native language, so I'm struggling with the word.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, well, let's stick with the not judge his book by its cover. I mean, that is too much of it. That's too heavy of a load, but I think it's close as that I can get right now. And that's the moment that I actually started to jump into spaces more and started to meet more of these women.
Really?
And obviously,
Nice.
There still are those, but yeah, I actually managed to connect with a few, and now have some girlfriends.
Shout out to Small Spider, who is a part of our team. She is she's moving right now, but I'm sure she'd be honored that you even mentioned her.
Yeah, and for anyone watching live or the replay gang, I did throw in some abilities for people to get in contact with Miss Snowy as far as Twitter, the Telegram. She does have her own Telegram room where it seems very active in regards to like you said. I mean, you kind of dabble on a lot of different chains. You're looking for opportunities all across chain, and that's, we talked about Pool Chain, but we try to keep our eyes and ears out there as far as regards to like what are the creative, intelligent people building out there, because you can't just bury your head in the sand and think that like there aren't smart people out here building amazing things on the blockchain. And I'm just talking to the crew because she dropped off.
That's all right. She'll come back probably.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, I just saw you. This is the first time for me on StreamYard, and actually the worst part is I'm about to start to do spaces myself and want to use StreamYard, so that was a
good.
bit of a
well, welcome.
But anyway, I saw your message like broadcasted to your audience, and I was like, okay, let's do that.
Let's do that.
And then I fucked something up.
No, that's cool. But if you need it, take a minute and play with it. Like just click it, and then if you got just enter your info, and it'll automatically broadcast. So do you have like YouTube or an X profile? What would you probably do?
I would use my X profile,
okay.
But the problem is I'm on my
beautifully.
phone. I'm on my phone right now. I had car issues, so I was like 2 minutes at home before.
Because if you're gonna get into it, you're probably want to do a desktop if you're trying to juggle, both, just for more flexibility.
Yeah. I know, but is there a way to? Sorry, guys, for everybody who's watching this back. This is me being a noob. Is there any way I can still broadcast it while I'm on my phone?
Give it a try. So it helps if you go through Safari, and get into
Mhm.
StreamYard via Safari.
I am, yes.
Okay, cool. And then just look for the options. I don't know that it
Oh,
does.
got it. Hold
Yeah,
on. Log in or create an
cool.
account.
A lot of times you just gotta click around and test stuff and check it, just play with stuff. I mean,
I
right
know.
now I opened up a Spaces, and I got a speaker, opened up the mic and put a speaker to the phone. So I'm on my desktop for the StreamYard and on my phone for Spaces, and just fucking around and finding out, like why not?
Yeah.
Just try
Okay,
it.
I lost my picture, but I am broadcasting now. So screw the picture. I am broadcasting
Yeah,
now.
There we
So
go. There we go.
and
anyway,
then if you had a laptop or maybe you still can, you can go and verify that on your X profile and see if you're live or yada yada and all that.
yeah,
You-
well, I have been playing Rapid StreamYard a lot the past few
Cool.
days. So I do know that when it says it's streaming, it's streaming. So I'm very
Yeah,
confident that it's there. So I'm not even
it
gonna
is. Yeah.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
got it.
Anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry, guys, for that sidetrack,
No,
but
yeah, it's
I
all good.
wanna give you that little bit of exposure that I can give you. I want to give you that back because you're doing the same to me. So
No, that's cool. It's a two-way street. We all learn from each other in that regard, and we are all about community education, whether it's even from a security standpoint, safety wise, all those things. There's so many gotchas, right? We all have war stories, battle stories.
oh,
Like if you haven't lost money in crypto for one thing or one reason or thing or another, like you haven't been in it long enough because it just shit happens. Whether you send something send it to a contract address, like that's a thing that can happen.
oh yeah, that,
Punch in the wrong address, etc. But just a little tip there, while you're in your StreamYard, if you click on the avatar, you can upload a radio or an avatar image, if you so
gotcha,
desire. Yeah. But
gotcha. Okay, awesome. Getting the hang of it. I mean,
yeah.
I have been playing around as the host kind of
See,
thing,
look
but
at
that's
that! Look at you, all grown
boom.
up. Yeah, woo!
That's how we do.
There we
Talking
go.
about, I
Love
had to laugh when you mentioned like if you've not been through that, yeah, I've not been in field for long enough. So
Right.
what I do, right? I'm community manager and I do have mod teams as well, and I have a friend I onboarded like a few months ago in the summer, I think, and she started working on a project a few days ago, and she sent me a message. Someone I can't even remember what it was, but it was so obvious for us that
Mm-hmm.
it was bullshit, and we were. She goes like, why? How do you know that? I'm like, you'll learn if you're in crypto long enough, you'll learn,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, right? I think that's what
Yeah.
at this.
Time in the market,
Yeah.
like time in crypto, like
Yeah, but it can
like
ruin you as well. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
a single click take it all away, right? Single download.
Exactly. Especially that single download. I know that I will not use my wallets on my laptop again, ever. I got drained on my laptop and I still don't know how. I really don't, but that gave me PTSD. So even now I reinstalled everything, I'm not going to use it on my laptop again. I'm done with that. I got one phone. There's just internet on it for trading, and that's it.
Okay.
Very good. There you go. Yeah, and to that point, like you can, in a way, maybe using a second phone that's dedicated, because not everybody has the luxury of laptops and desktops and a dedicated crypto computer and all this fancy first world, stuff. So let's just even say like Africa, right? Like a lot of people are coming online into crypto, but they're using phones. It's like all they have is a phone, right? So maybe if they perhaps can afford a second phone at least, and maybe just make that a dedicated crypto phone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Same idea, whether it's a laptop or what have you, but just have something dedicated, whether it's a phone, a laptop, desktop, just have it dedicated. One, it's all about the threat vectors. Security is a spectrum because it takes many things, many layers, right? Besides the human element, the software, malware, all that stuff. It's a spectrum.
It is. Well, that's what I did. I mean, I bought a new phone and I dedicated the old one, did like a clean install, and I dedicated the old one to crypto.
Nice.
And I must say, I feel way more comfortable doing that than having the risk of clicking on a link on Telegram. When I click on a link by accident, I'm fine. Okay, fuck it. That happened. Worst thing that can happen is that my Telegram gets hacked, which still would be drama, but you get it.
Yes.
Anyway, I do wonder though, because
Yeah.
obviously when you start in crypto, you start doing your researches. At least that's what people expect. I just ape whatever I feel like aping. But how did you come across Pulse Chain? Like, I mean, everybody goes for Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and Solana, and as long the longer you are in crypto, you go explore other chains. But how did you roll into Pulse Chain?
That's a good point. You're muted, but I'll kick it off. I came into crypto, kind of cut my teeth with like Cardano, Ethereum, all that kind of good stuff. I started following a guy by the name of Joe Perry's. He has a large YouTube following, if you will, but he's really down to earth. You think about like influencers, and he's real down to earth. And he started talking about Hex and saying, "Hey, I think this is a great opportunity. I'm getting in." And so I kind of, I got in pretty early with Hex, but then he started talking about, well, hey, the founder of Hex is about to fork the entire system state of Ethereum and start up a new chain, and he's quite financially well. So I think that this is going to probably kick off pretty well. That he has a great team, and so there was an initial. What do you call it? We call it a sacrifice, basically. But there was an initial period where there was the ability to get into Pulse Chain really early before it launched, right? And so that time went on, and then there was the decentralized exchange, which is Pulse X. It also had the same opportunity for you to kind of get in early before everything launched. And so, the community was, invested emotionally and financially, and continue to broadcast and content, creation about the hope and the aspirations that were put forth as far as Pulse Chain's development. And so that's kind of how I got into it. And Joe Perry's continues to be an advocate of Pulse Chain. He also does kind of like what you do, as far as he dabbles in like everything. But I think he knows at the end of the day, within this bull cycle, that's going to be his home run. That's going to be his big winner, because typically new L1s, if you look at the averages, whether it's SUI or base or BNB, they typically do like a 400x in their first cycle. And so when you think about every coin and every token and every protocol that's on the Pulse Chain network now, and because of the liquidity bonding, people coming to Pulse Chain will find out that like you don't just have to be in Pulse Chain. Probably you could probably be in some of the obscure tokens, and because of the liquidity, when Pulse Chain rips and goes up, all these other tokens are going to go up also.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. I kind of know Vetch's story, but what's your story, Vetch, on how you got into Pulse Chain?
Yeah, I mean, was it 2017? Led me into Ethereum, mining Ethereum. Had a lot of help. I'm not a computer guy by any means. I bang around anything like that, but I can follow instruction. I've been, doing kind of that kind of service work for a little bit. So that led me to I was using NiceHash for the mining, the software and stuff, and then I had to off ramp, what I collected. So then that led me into Coinbase, right? So then it's just like that evolution of everything, right? To your point. And then Coinbase got me out in my first realm was Binance. And messing around with that and the exchanges, and then learning about the projects, and then starting to learn like, okay, I need to start doing my own research, get the white paper, research the founders, what kind of community, and then how much, based on that analysis, it's kind of calculated risk, and of course, like anything, if you're early, you might get lucky here or there, but just as easily you can join the wrong one, and then they rug and pull the project, and you're left holding your blank thing in your hand.
Right.
So it's one of those things. So I'm a Marine, as you can see up there by the logo. So I stumbled across the doctor, who is the hexologist. Recommend everybody checking out the hexologist over on YouTube. And he was Hex Eccentric. HEX is the ticker symbol. That's a CD, a certificate of deposit on the blockchain. You can stake it, or you can hold it liquid, all that stuff. So the founder of that token is Richard Hart. So then that starts leading me into watching his videos, right? And then he's got hundreds of hours of video content out there, and he's like he is one of the good guys. And he calls out all the bad actors, all the nefarious players, and he calls a spade a spade. And when, they all push back and they call, Hex a scam and this and that.
Of course, yeah.
And, 5 years flawless, immutable contract, all that. It just works. But you've seen, what's his name? Shavinsky?
Yeah.
Go to jail, FTX go, Three Arrows Capital go down. So actually, I started out like building that staking ladder. And for me, because my tokens and everything was locked up in stakes, I didn't have anything liquid last time around. That saved me from going and cheating and playing in the sandbox and potentially losing everything, right? So it actually kind of saved me from myself, because I didn't have direct access to go, I didn't want to break the contract, the agreement that I made with the contract, and get penalized for emergency end staking my hex and stuff like that. So long story short, that same founder was like, hey, these gas fees on Ethereum to unstake, because of the S load, for those that understand it, based on the calculations of how far you stake out, is how much gas you have to pay. So when it's the bull market, like Gwei is high, and those calculations, if you're unstaking a year or two, like it's hundreds of dollars. So the founder, realized this and said, hey, we need more McDonald's. Right? We need to open up the highways, the freeways, and lower the congestion and spread it out.
Yeah.
Right? So thus there was a sacrifice for Pulse Chain and PulseX. Overall, it garnered about $1 billion worth in sacrifices cumulatively when all said and done. So that money is there, and that's why we're all, bullish. We know that it's going to get injected in its own way. He's also leveraging it to just earn interest, and the interest alone at a few $100 million alone, is very powerful to come into the marketplace for Pulse Chain. But there was a system state copy of everybody's tokens from Ethereum. And when they launched Pulse Chain, it was pasted onto the Pulse Chain. Now, granted, there wasn't at the time. This is over a year and a half ago now. there wasn't a lot of value in those, right? But now as we have bots, we have the automated arbitrage bots that go back and forth and everything. So as money comes in, they're bouncing around, buying and selling, etc. So that moves the liquidity around the ecosystem in Pulse Chain. So those, just those different tokens are now starting to have value, and people have woken up and started coming over, and rightfully so. Come get your money, Jeet, get out. But I think at my point, it's a good marketing. It's a good marketing, strategy, because at least now they played with it. Maybe now word of mouth is a very powerful tool to this day. And they will go tell their friends, and then the other friends, hey, I got even a few bucks. Like, people are really desperate. These are hard times. Even though this U.S. administration doesn't admit it, we've been in a recession. Like, it's been garbage, and it's hard times, man, hard knocks, and we see that. So a lot of people will take those 5x, little gains and clips. It's just right now it is what it is.
Exactly, and you can't really blame them. I mean, you saw it with Magic Eden yesterday. They went live, right? I don't know if you guys know that, but Magic Eden, I'm pretty sure you know what that is. They did that airdrop.
Enlighten us. Yeah.
And they went live yesterday.
Okay.
And it went to $11, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it did.
But what did it start at? What did it start at?
5.
Oh, $5?
Okay.
Yeah, it went to 11. But hey, if you got that free money and you go to 11, hey, I know people who are like 3K and they rode it to the top.
Okay.
But yeah, then people sell it.
Right.
But even though there was so much hate in the past few years towards Magic Eden, I'm pretty sure that money lots of people took out will flow back into Magic Eden eventually. Might not be now, straight away, but it will flow back. And I think that's the best marketing you can do. Especially, I mean, like me, I have not touched Magic Eden. I don't have any NFTs bought on Magic Eden, so I obviously didn't get the airdrop. But I've been looking at the chart. I was like, should I buy? I should have just. I mean, it's on Sol, so it's always a gamble. So I decided not to buy, but it went back to $10.
Okay.
At the moment I was looking at it, it was at 4. So I would have had that decent 2x. But anyway, the best marketing is those airdrops, those gifts, because even if people are not eligible, they will start looking at the chart and feel that little bit of FOMO.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the beauty, that everyone that had Ethereum tokens of any kind, whether they know it or not, they have copies of those Ethereum tokens in Pulse Chain regards. Now, the value might not be there yet, but I do believe that the founder has plans to try to create parity. I don't know exactly how that gets done, but when you think about maybe like a war chest of $1 billion in Ethereum right now, and it 2 or 3x's, and then it kind of comes across the bridge and it starts adding more liquidity to a lot of these pairs, it could create a real dynamic FOMO situation where people realize that they hold those tokens that they already hold, and all of a sudden there's a chain where it's just exponentially cheaper to operate on. But they could just cheat it too.
Yeah, of course, and they will. Most will. Let's not pretend they won't. But those people that got dragged into it, that will look into what Pulse Chain is and will get interested because of what it does and how fast it is, and no congestion and cheap gas fees. They will stay around and they will buy up the cells of those people that will cheat. So hey, volume is good, right? It's buys or sells. I wanted to say something else. I mean, look at Base. Base had his run, and that's the only thing I fear. Thinking about Pulse Chain and getting known, people will start doing those meme tokens and stuff like that, obviously, and then it will turn into a base version of Solana, which means that Solana is Gamble City and Base is the after party, where where people are too drunk to even do anything, but hey, they still want to do it.
Right.
So that's the only fear that I have regarding Pulse Chain, that I will become one of those.
Yeah, I think you're always gonna have meme coins and stuff like that. Obviously, we created a meme coin, but we sought to give it more substance and power in regards to, things like, crypto swag and music and art NFTs. And then there's a lot of other, things that we want to attach to it as far as digital assets that plug into it, that are like real world type assets that plug into it. But you will always have those meme coins. But the good thing about Pulse Chain for the most part is because of their intellect as far as the understanding of the blockchain. A lot of people like to build these, they build a lot of like tools and a lot of things that are very resourceful type things. You know what I mean? Like right now, there's a lot of protocols that are coming out like with oracles. And so you could you basically have the opportunity to I don't want to say be the casino, but basically have a piece of the pie in regards to a lot of these tools that are like very helpful to the blockchain. You know what I mean? So that is the good news, is that there's a lot of fundamental protocols that are being built on Pulse Chain that allow for people to have like, they're not just woo-woo type coins per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I love this conversation, guys, and there's so many things like I'm highlighting in my mind for Miss Snow. Like, there's a lot of things that I heard her say that we teach people. But look, the evolution of Richard Hart, who he was before he even created Hex, the evolution that he went through to get more followers, and everything that discussion. It's a big conversation about who Richard was, where he went, and who he is today, and what he's created. I mean, we are Ethereum. I mean, Pulse Chain is Ethereum. It's a better Ethereum. It's a fork of Ethereum. It's like everyone here is from Ethereum. We just knew, and we got tired of waiting for all the promises that Vitalik and his team were always promising us. And Richard took the horns and created a whole new system that copied the whole state. And it is the new Ethereum. And when people realize that this is everything that they've been waiting for, the revolution has already started, man. And you are here early. The other thing I heard you talk about was not holding, but it's holding your crypto on a phone. And we talk heavily about how important it is not to do that, Snowy. And we can go into all that. This is not the time. But obviously, you learned some things about your computer, and you should not do anything on your computer, on your crypto computer, except crypto. You should not be clicking links. That is the whole reason that happened to you. But putting it on your phone is very. It could be very detrimental. The other thing I just heard.
It's a dedicated phone, right? Sorry for
yes,
you, but it's a dedicated phone. So I think it's different. I mean,
I understand.
Yeah, that is very different.
My email on that phone.
Yes, and I actually do crypto on my phone, but it's only to on and off board stuff into a hardware wallet on my computer. But hopefully you're using a hardware wallet on the computer, and maybe that's another reason. And that's things that we teach people. The other thing that I was wanting to kind of highlight is the fear that you have of Pulse Chain and the difference between the let's say the two, like Solana and Base that you mentioned, and maybe Vets can go into some of this, and what is the difference? Like, what is the difference between dealing with a centralized blockchain and a decentralized blockchain, and how important it is to know the difference between like Base and a Solana and Pulse Chain? And Vets, maybe you could go over some of that.
Muted.
You're muted.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That happens to me so often.
So yeah, to me, it's like the Wild West, right? I mean, you see, if you look at, just how it works. People want to go to the casino. They want to put a quarter in the jukebox, or not the jukebox, the slot machine, and they just want to hit play, but like hit draw, right?
Yeah.
Spin, see if I get lucky. They want to apply, keep it simple, stupid, right? They want a simple thing. Pulse chain, there's a lot of smart people. There's a lot of different levels of stuff. That is why, like, we went the route of starting with a simple PRC token, right? Just something easy, simple. You buy it, hold it. It's gonna earn you some stuff, etc. But then our second one that's gonna come out, the Queen, is the Queens of Crypto, is a tax token, and she's gonna do a lot more stuff. So when you have revenue coming in, buys and sells, that gets you a lot more to be able to be more creative with where those things go and to feed the basket, to regenerate and maybe create rewards. Maybe something can do reflections and rewards under one token type thing. So it opens up the door for a lot of things. Have you personally played with base? I have not been on base yet. Have you played with that yet?
Yeah, but it's just ease but low fees, really.
Okay.
Just slow as well at times.
Oh, really? A little slow.
But it is a centralized blockchain, and those
Coinbase,
with the admin key. Yeah, it is Coinbase, which is truly centralized. All the VCs own it, and it is not true DeFi, and that's one of the things that we love to teach people in dealing, and why Pulse Chain, why is it the greatest decentralized blockchain on the planet? And there's so many reasons, and that's why we're glad that you're here, because you're one of the educators. You're the one that's going to run with the information and the knowledge that you learn from here, and we're just grateful to have you, Snowy. Really are.
Well, I'm already feeling like, okay, let's end this so I can go and get people like Pulse Chain bitches. No.
And you will find, people are very open and welcoming. You start a conversation, make a couple comments, and interject yourself in a topic, and add some content, right? And next thing you know, you're garnering followers from this community. So it's very easy. And a lady of your knowledge and experience and talents, you will fit right in. There's no doubt about it. You hold your own water, and there's no problem. You're already in. You're good.
Your family, Snowy. Your family already.
You're solid.
No, but even if I didn't have regarding Crosschain, like I said, I do not have any knowledge. I mean, yes, I've been reading up on it, but that's about it. Compared to what you guys know, I'm a noob and I know nothing.
Yeah.
But the way you educate me, and the way I've been educated in that spaces as well, makes me feel welcome. It doesn't make me feel stupid at all. I'm really sensitive, especially now. I mean, I still got hormones, so I'm really sensitive, and it does not make me feel stupid one bit. And that's really important. When you go into spaces with ease-maxis or BNB or Solana or whatever. At one point, there's always one person that makes you feel stupid. That makes you feel like, okay, I'll just ask nothing then. And Pulse Chain might have that one person as well, but I know I'm pretty sure that when that person speaks up and makes someone feel stupid, there will be 10 other people saying, like, don't be so cruel, for example. And I think that's really important, especially because we are hitting the ball. We are in the ball. I'm not even hitting it, we're in it. And lots of new people will come in. And this, not only because of the technology and stuff, but this is Pulse Chain's time to shine, because you are the selling point. I mean, especially to the new people. To the new people, it's all the same. It's all a token. And chart goes up.
And so much more.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is so much more, and the possibilities with crypto are endless. But I don't have to tell you that. But anyway,
Right.
you are the face of Pulse Chain, really, and
One of many. There's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a
of
lot.
of
We
course,
haven't-
there's a
yeah, yeah,
lot. There's a
yeah.
lot, but it like I said, it's important that people feel understood and feel that you take that time to educate them. And like I mentioned, do not make them feel stupid. And
Mhm.
on every other chain I've been on spaces with and stuff like that, there is, like I said, always that one person that does, and he does not get corrected.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm definitely excited for you, Snowy, and Jake hit it on the head about your experience, and that is one thing that shines above all else, is that your experience and your perspective with everything that you've gone through, and then coming into Pulse Chain and starting to get educated with all the things that we're doing, because there's so many things. It is going to enrich you and bring you to another level that's going to be able to take your education of your followers to a whole different level. And it's going to be a great journey for you. And like I've said over and over, like, we're honored to be the people that make the connection for you and bring you on board. You're already family, even if you don't know it. And that goes for anybody that has an open mind, that is wanting to learn and wanting to get educated, and wanting to ask great questions, because great leaders ask great questions. And yeah, and I'm very excited for you.
Well, apparently I do have some followers, and I do have people that are interested in what I do. I was actually surprised people asking me that today. So I will advocate for Pulse Chain.
Right on. Cool, man.
I mean,
Okay.
obviously, other chains have their advantages as well. I'm not gonna
Oh, yeah.
pretend that
Oh, yeah.
they don't.
100%.
I mean, if you like that quick buck, then yes, Soul is the game.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
If you want to make sure that you don't get cheated on, then at this moment, ETH is still the way to go. So every chain has their upsides besides the downsides. So but yeah, I'm here for it. I'm really excited about Pulse Chain, and like I said, I'll advocate for it, and will join that education side, even though it's on a much lower level. But hey, at least my people can keep up with me, and I can keep up with you. So
Yeah, exactly. What have you found DEX wise, DEX, decentralized exchange, that works decent for cross chain?
I don't use decentralized exchange, and if you're gonna ask me how I turn it into fiat or how I turn my fiat into crypto, I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I work in crypto, so I get paid in crypto.
Okay.
And at this moment, for me, there is no need to use a decentralized exchange, and I want to keep it. Oh, you
Yeah,
asked
gotcha.
decentralized.
Are you doing any credit cards?
No, you asked decentralized. For some reason, I always confuse them. So even though it's really clear, decentralized exchange, I only use decentralized exchange. I'm sorry.
Right.
No.
That's the contract.
Yeah,
Just you and the contract versus a CEX, CEX,
Yeah,
a centralized. For us
Yeah, I
in the
keep it-
US, a lot use Coinbase or what have you. But what is
For some reason, I always keep confusing them, even though I know exactly what a CEX is and a DEX. But anyway, I do not use CEXs. I prefer DEX, and all I use is this. Huh?
That's right.
So that's what pulsex.com. Pulsex is the decentralized exchange on pulsechain.com. So ticker symbol PLS, So
Yeah, I would have to.
And bear with
check
me,
that
like,
out, because so far I'm one of those people that I use PancakeSwap because that was the thing when I started crypto. I use Uniswap because that was the thing when I started into crypto. For Solana I use Jupiter, I use Radium or Bird Eye.
Okay.
And
Were you asking Snowy, were you asking how to get onto Pulsechain before we started going into our stories? Is that one of the? I didn't know if you were asking
No, I
how to
did
get
not
onto.
ask that yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can teach me, Master, teach me.
Yeah, and we could definitely set up the time to kind of walk you through that. I think the exciting part too is you mentioned that you've entered obviously spaces where people feel fearful about asking maybe like stupid questions, or they feel like they might get talked down on, and that's the exciting thing that we want to like try to introduce the power of women coming together and having their own show, and just exclude the fellas and allow for you guys to attract women and people and guys, because obviously the women bring a different energy, and so guys are going to listen. You know what I mean? They're gonna tap in. They want to watch the show. But the cool
Make
thing
it
is,
paid and we'll get rich. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
but I mean, it's an opportunity to welcome anyone on the spectrum of their insight and knowledge into crypto, and teach them the benefits of crypto and why. I mean, obviously, I think it's powerful when people could, retain their power and get it out of the corporate and government institutions. And, because obviously we see that, governments typically like to kind of enslave us, right? And that's the ethos behind crypto is like, hey, take back your power, allow for you to have it in a place where that like it can't be tampered with by anyone. You know what I mean? And that's kind of I think that's really the ethos behind Richard Hart and Pulsechain. Was there's a lot of exchanges or chains out there that have so much control, whether it's VC money or all these other things. Pulsechain is in a situation where it can't be shut down. Like there's no one that could come in and hit the off switch. There's no one that could turn it off. And that was the whole, that's like
Validators.
That's why they have validators, thousands of them around the world, confirming the blocks.
Like over 50,000.
Yeah. And so that's the power of crypto. And that's the power of having the women on a show, educating and talking about, the benefits of crypto and why. And then you start intertwining a bunch of cool things as far as like the culture, right? And how we're meshing the culture into crypto and allowing it to be like, just become one, because I believe it is going to become one.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think so too. Talking about exchanges, like having a say so about your money. That's why I don't do centralized exchanges, because they can decide from today tomorrow. Yeah, okay, we got to close. We gotta stop trading. For example, you can't sell this and that token because there is too much of an arbitrage chance. That's not how I like to roll. I mean, I went into crypto because it's decentralized.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it that way.
I've got some stats that went up the other day on X. So XRP has 112 validators.
Okay.
Solana has 1,398 validators. Cardano has 3,200 validators. And Pulsechain has 48,701 validators. And that's why we're the most decentralized blockchain on the planet. And people have no idea that this is happening.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly feel that all the institutionals are moving in,
Mm-hmm.
to Bitcoin and Ethereum and whatnot. But for us, like RH is creating for those true DeFi people. As TradFi moves into that sector of Bitcoin and Ethereum, we get to keep our own little sliver of true crypto, true decentralized finance over here, decoupled from the retail and the institutionals moving in, because who knows down the road what kind of financial walls they might put up around Bitcoin and all that. So it's going to be interesting next fast forward 10 years from now where we are and how things shake out. But I'm happy to be over here and getting an early start. So it's not, you're not late. Nobody's late. You're still early.
No, in crypto, I think in crypto in general, you're still early.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just facts. My facts, maybe, but
Oh, they're facts, man. I'm
In
gonna
my
back you
world,
up
in
on
my
that.
world, they are facts. No,
For sure.
but I mean, it's still early, and I think there will be, especially on ETH chain and BNB, I think there will be a shift, like Web 2 utilities moving into Web 3 or connecting with Web 3. At least that's what I've been hearing in the hallways, and that has me excited as well. I mean, that makes it less decentralized, maybe, but the combination of the two makes me a bit more excited as well, because at one point it needs a goal except for being that internet money. I mean, for us it works. We make money with it. We are happy and all good.
But it's
But eventually,
imaginary internet magic money, right? Until like it's in your bank
exactly.
account. Yeah, like yeah.
For lots of people it is. I mean, my parents hate the fact that I do that. I mean, I managed to get my dad to understand what I truly do. I mean, how I make most of my money. So he's kind of coming around and fine with it. But they hated it in the beginning. Like indeed, it's that magic internet money. It's not in your bank account.
That's right.
Well, I'm sorry, your bank account can be depleted one day as well, or you
It's
can't
a bunch
reach
of
the
ones
money.
and zeros just as equally, 100%. Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm excited about that part of the future, but I'm also excited about the fact that that will become more centralized, because there are people who want to stay on that decentralized space,
Right.
and I'm one of those. Like mostly I will find a way to separate the both, right? But preferably I will keep it decentralized, and lots of other people do as well. So they will eventually, and if it's now or in 5 or 10 years, they will eventually switch to blockchain, because of the fact that
Mhm.
it's decentralized.
Yeah. Cheaper, faster, or just as fast but cheaper, less load for now. So why not?
So
Why not take,
faster, really. I mean,
yeah, yeah, take
It's
advantage of it.
it's ETH under a penny. What do you want? What more do you want?
exactly.
$5 to send a transaction, or maybe a couple cents. Like it's easy peasy. Hey, but we would love, you're a very knowledgeable person. I think we have great discourse with just all the general topics and everything. I know you have a newborn and everything, and your time's precious. We would love to have you on. We definitely want to try to make at least one day dedicated to the ladies of crypto, and get a good discourse. We have a laundry list of awesome crypto ladies and in Pulse Chain and in crypto in general, including yourself, that we would love to pull everybody together and have a great discourse, maybe like once a week or something, with the ladies of crypto. So
I'm here for it, and especially the ladies will understand how it is to be a mom in crypto. And hey, he's quiet now, so no, I'm here for it. I mean, as long as people are understanding about the fact that they can hear a baby cry in the background, then I don't give a damn.
that's cool, man.
Then I'm good.
It's real world. It's life. The game of
Exactly.
life. It's life.
I mean, we
Exactly.
got
And real life doesn't stop because we play with that magic internet money.
right.
Exactly. Even though it's 24/7, but yeah. Go ahead, Brown Boy.
No, I mean, we got AJ out here, and he's working a full-time job all the time during the show hours, and he's out driving a truck. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I saw that.
So I mean, real world stuff happens. But we do appreciate you coming on. Is there kind of any closing statements? Because I don't think this conversation is gonna. I know it's not going to end today. We'll continue it on. We'll continue to grow and build on the relationship and broaden our understanding of all things crypto, cross-chain, as far as your knowledge and insight. And we can obviously teach you the things of Pulse Chain. But I think the big thing that we are really trying to push, irregardless of chains, is garnering the ability to bring the women of crypto together. And you're part of that. And so we want to obviously open up the doors for women to come together, and then kind of get out of the way too. You know what I mean? Once we kind of maybe set the stage and the platform, and obviously we're trying to build things on Pulse Chain in regards to just great tokens and tokenomics and bringing in real world assets to attach to it. But we want to foster the relationships of women to go and educate the world. And so you're part of that. And we want to introduce you to many women so you guys can obviously teach and educate the people, but mainly maybe women. And so thank you for your time. Any kind of closing statements from anyone here?
No, because the closing statement usually means that that conversation is finished, and
Exactly.
we will never,
Yeah.
never finish talking.
I always say until next time. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
Let's stick
Until
with
we meet
that.
again.
Yeah, until next time. Hell yeah. You have a great attitude and great
Absolutely.
outlook on life and everything. And just, God bless you. You're awesome. It just was so organic the way we all met in spaces, and it came together. And so, yeah, man, some things are just meant to be sometimes. Things happen for a reason in life, is my opinion. That's
That's right.
Life is funny, man.
It is.
It is
Yes,
funny.
welcome, Miss Noe. You are loved, and we would love to have you as part of the team. And we're just grateful whenever we get to make these very special connections, and we believe this is the beginning of a
That is something
long-lasting
beautiful.
relationship. Yeah, it is.
Sure.
I think it really is. And we can't wait to meet you to introduce you to all the things and everything that we've got planned. It's a very big deal what we're doing for our community, and we'll just keep growing and getting better. And yeah, welcome to the revolution.
That was a perfect closing statement. Welcome to the revolution.
That's right.
Yes. And so Rip City needs to make a video of like a revolution, right? Like nope and yes and the revolution. Like so the wheels are turning, right?
That's right.
Alrighty, kids, let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody. Close it out,
Yep.
John Boy. Tell you.
Yeah, I'll drop everyone down. I thank you very much, Miss Noe. Thank you.
Thank you.
For having me.
Great show. If anyone was watching live, which I seen you guys were, if you're watching on the replay, gang, it's great to have a talk with a queen of crypto. Miss Noe obviously has great experience, Crosschain, obviously very successful being a mom, real world type stuff that you have and you get to cherish and love. And so we're excited to foster these opportunities for women to shine in crypto. Great stream today. With that being said, we will be back tomorrow, Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great day.
Crypto queens, yeah, we rising to the top. Richard Hart, Pulse Chain will never stop. Self-improvement, wealth, we're breaking the mold. Queens of the kingdom, watch us unfold. Whitney Magic counting millions, moving fast. Charlie 2020, turning art into crypto cash. Man, I'm bringing NFTs, painting digital dreams. Sammy Chica, Hexakid, Aussie pride on the scene. Tam repping Richard Hart every day. Evangelist for freedom, changing the game away. Jackie Mean Queen got the world laughing loud. Harmonic Hexakid singing to crypto crowd.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and Pulse Chain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth. From the shining city high on the hill. Freedom through DeFi, we flexing that skill. Crypto's our path to self-improvement and gain. Queens of the blockchain, we're changing the game.
SMO spider weaving webs across the net. Viber Lindsay teaching how to grow and reset. CC Blonde Texan, crypto crown on tight. While SJ traveling, taking crypto to new heights. KTP OG from the land down under. Samantha Yoga Queen, Zen moves like thunder. Ashley Ash, Cosmic Cheek on another plane. Sandy Beach spreading love, changing up the game. Jory the network diva, connecting the dots. Rachel the education star, always on top. Crypto culture, a badass, bossing up with pride. Crypto stylist, always fashion by her side. Hot birth of my queen, stacking up her bags. Suzanne the diamond queen, dripping riches like swag. Queen the beauty beast, moving fierce, no delay. Expensive football queen, running plays all day.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and Pulse Chain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth.
From the
Shining city high on the hill. Freedom through the
from Richard Hart's vision to our own crown. Crypto queens are rising, we'll never back down. Pulse chain, hex, DeFi, it's all in our hands. We're breaking the limits, taking over the lands. With King Pooie, Queen Pooie, we light up the scene in the shining city. Crypto reigns supreme, queens of the kingdom. Forever we strive, freedom, wealth, and power. We keeping it live. We are the crypto queens, forever standing tall in the kingdom of blockchain. We answer the call, wealth, freedom, self-love. We found our way. The queens of crypto are here to stay.